I'm gonna make each bowl at 100 grams. Yo, Charles, just let me know when you're ready, man. I can come to you. Send me what you want to do. I'll make a list. I'll send it to you, and I shall come to you, and we shall cook whatever you want. Just give me some advance notice, and we could organize that. Yes, not too much. So we've got our balls, dough balls at 100 grams each. And to that, we're gonna add the filling, the coconut filling in here. We're gonna add this. We're gonna add between 80 grams in each of them. So here we go. I need an egg. No, I don't need egg. I'm making vegan, so I don't need any egg, do I? No. Just gonna use some water to seal it. So we got this ready. Get 80 grams of this in there. So we get 80 grams. 88. It's okay. We want a nice, well-filled turnover. We don't want any little bit. Let me get this in here. Grab a fork. We're just gonna spread it out. Get rid of this. So you're gonna flip this way. Over here. So pinch this down. I'm gonna flip this over here. We're gonna pinch this down over here. So we're gonna get this like this. Put it in. We're gonna roll. Make sure you keep the ends inside so the juices doesn't come out when it's cooking, or else if it comes out, it's just gonna burn at the bottom of the tray. So we're just gonna get some water. Kind of stretch this out a little. So we're just gonna roll this on here. So here we are. Gonna do this. Make sure it's all sealed up nicely so it doesn't leak. You want the juice in there, not on the tray. So we're just gonna crimp this or stretch it out so the juices doesn't come out. So what we do, we just make sure this is nicely rolled. Put that together. Got the hole here. I think didn't cramp. The first one is always the problem, isn't it? So here we go. We're gonna go like this. That's one. So if we got everything weighed out and we put the amount of everything equal in everything, we should have equal looking turnovers. So we go again with another 80 grams of coconut. Yeah. This could go out a little bit more. In here. Gonna spread this out. crimp this over, pull and crimp, especially the edges. It's the edges you want. This is where the liquid will spill out from the edges. So you don't want the juices to come because you want the moisture. You want it to be nice and moist on the inside. So we crimp this, So we start rolling again. We're just gonna elongate this so it pulls back on the pastry, on the turnover, the dough, and then it will seal nicely. So we just roll. Make sure to keep your fingers here to keep the crimp in place. So that's better. As you can see, mine is opening here. You do not want this. This is what you do not want. You do not want it to open on the inside, or else you'll be in trouble. Keep it. Yeah, that's better. Then we take a little water, stab it on there. Keep that on the inside and give it a nice little roll. Get some flour, dust it, give it a nice roll. Bring that together. There we have another one. That's two. This, some flour here. Let's roll. Another 80 grams sweet. Another 80 grams of coconut in the filling. Zero. Fork. Let's spread this out. Get this in there. Flip this over. Make sure we got enough coconut. Evenly distribute the coconut. You bring this in, bring this in. We're going to bring this in, like this. Gonna elongate this a little. Then we're going to roll. So, bring this in. Boom. Then we roll. We get a little water. Just a little dab, and we keep rolling. Just make sure you have enough space here for the seal. You don't want to put the coconut all the way to the end, okay? It's just gonna burn at the bottom, and you're gonna have some caramel coconut at the bottom of your tray, which you don't want. You don't want that at all. You want all the juices inside the turnovers. So we are here. Some water for our hair. Just gonna roll this. So, that's another one. Beautiful looking little lady. No, it's all his. If you check in the story, who is it? Rose Hot Splash. If you check in the story, you will find the recipe in there. I use his coconut milk, water, salt, sugar, flour. So if you want the recipe, you could just screenshot it from the story. It's all in there. Spray. Need to go like this. One quick one. Always remember to put the flap on the inside. I mean, when I mean the flap, I call it the flap. This. Always put this on the inside, facing each other, facing the way, so when it rises up, it will help close it and prevent the juices from coming out. Don't leave too much space between them. So we have one this way, and this one is this way. Well, it's basically important for the two at the edge, because the middle doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter for the middle. It's just the edge. The edge needs to be on the inside so the juices doesn't come up. So give it pour a little white. Get rid of the thick excess. And start all over again. Get some flour. Get a piece of dough. Then we're gonna get 80 grams. Oh, good Jeffy. It's a beautiful Saturday. We get another 80 grams of coconut. Extra gram for love. You know, extra gram is always good. So there's no baking powder in here. It's all his, and it's plain flour. Do not use self-rising flour. It doesn't give you that bread doughy consistency. You'll almost end up with a crispy type turnover, and that's not what you're looking for. You want a nice moist turnover. So we got our coconut in. Remember, we're gonna get this in here like this. Remember, I'm doing this one all vegan, so I'm not using any egg or any butter in here. I'm using vegetable ghee, which is a plant-based ghee, instead of using the normal ghee, the normal butter or anything like that. And I'm not using any milk as well. I'm using the coconut milk to keep it totally vegan. So in this, make sure you keep this on the inside. Okay, don't want this to come back out. You roll and roll. Yep, there we go. Then we're gonna stretch this out here a little. Make sure you leave some space so you can roll it over to keep the juices inside. Then we roll, then we roll, then we roll. There we roll. Get some flour on here. Get rid of the water. So, as you can see, beautiful, nice and simple. So on the inside, like this. Next one. Some of this, I don't know what will happen to this today now. If you have any questions, fire away. Oh shit. You could use any flour. It doesn't matter if it's, as long as you follow it all depends on the recipe and the amount of liquid you put in it. The only difference with the bread flour, it has a higher gluten content than the normal plain flour. The only difference between the plain flour and the bread flour is the gluten content. So it all depends on the amount of water you put in, because the gluten level will basically affect the amount of water goes into the flour in the mix to get that elasticity. That's what gives it the elasticity. It's bringing the gluten out. It doesn't depend on for me, it doesn't depend on the flour. It's the process of extracting the gluten out of the flour to give you that stretchy, doughy consistency. So it's all about knowing what you're doing and experience as well. So if you know how to work flour, you could get the gluten out of any flour. It all depends on the way you work it and the amount of water. So we'll get another 18 here. Right. I know. I do baking. I am a qualified pastry chef. I've worked in bakeries. I've worked in many places. So, like I said, it's all about experience. It's about knowing products and being able to manipulate things, especially in cooking. So that's how you get better. Anyway, thank you. So we're gonna get this here, like this. Make sure to leave a space at the bottom. You don't want all the juices to get out of there. We want the juice within to make it nice and moist. So keep your one finger, like, see how I'm holding? So you hold one like this, and then you pull. You roll it, girl, roll. Roll it, girl, roll. So as I'm saying, this coconut turnover is all vegan. We don't use any dairy-based product in here. Like I said, we use the vegetable ghee. And then for the milk, we use coconut milk. You could also use almond milk. Almond milk works perfectly as well. But I do not use the almond milk because of nut allergy. So just to cancel out anybody with allergy, you just use the milk. That's something that incorporates everybody, so you don't have to worry about allergens. So the only allergen would be in here would be the gluten. A gluten allergen would be the main concern here. So you won't have any nut allergy or anything like that to worry about. So if you have no nut allergy, I'd recommend to use almond milk instead of coconut milk or cow's milk. So it all depends on your preference, but the coconut milk gives it a very nice finish as well, and you have the coconut flavor all through the dough as well. Yes, I'm in the UK, bro. I'm in South London. I'm based in South London. I'm right here in London City, not too far from London Bridge. So here we go. We got this. So remember, when you get to the end of the tray, this needs to be on the inside. So when you proof it and it rises, it will help seal against the next one. And it'll help keep your juices inside. You put one more here. I'm going to take 6. I'm going to take 6. Get one more. Get some flour. Stretch it out beautifully. Any more questions, guys? Anybody have any more questions to me? Fire away. on this beautiful Saturday morning in London town. Fire away. So to make a process easier, you could just weigh out your dough, weigh out your, how you call it, the coconut filling, and then you just in a process, boom, 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 boom. It won't be like me each time to stop and start, stop and start, stop and start. So I got time today, so I don't mind. So 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 80 grams in there. Pull this out. So we're just gonna waste this on here. Anyway, everybody does it differently. This is just my way. I find it more, it's a bit better this way, I find, with everything staying inside. So make sure you keep this on the inside. Keep this on the inside. Keep your fingers here, or one hair, and keep holding down and roll. Okay? Keep it inside. Pull. Go. 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 So clear this. Get a little water to tap this hair. Then just roll. And that's it. Get some flour on there. Give this a roll. Stretch this out. So remember, this end goes on the inside, right here. That's too much. I'm taking a risk. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So, try to keep one middle finger space between them so they have time to rise. Yeah? But I still want them to meet together. So you keep your juices on the inside. Anyone has any questions? If you have any questions, just fire away. I'm here at your service today. It doesn't need to be about Tulu, but it could be about anything else. Too much. Way too much. Don't put too much because it won't close it. You might say I like it very stuffed. But if you stuff it too much, you'll just have problems in closing it. There we go. So we go bring this in. There. What type of pastry are you making? If you tell me what type of pastry, puff pastry, flaky pastry, short crust pastry, what type of pastry are you making? Sweet pastry? Then I could DM it over to you. Here we go. I don't have enough for all four. Okay, write this out. 2 more to go. Oh, fat pies. Do you want the flaky pastry or a short crust pastry? Are you making like Jamaican beef patties, or are you just making like African St. Lucian style pie, like meat pie? If you're making meat pie, just use a simple short crust pastry, half fat to flour. So I would say you're gonna use 200 grams of flour, 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of butter, a pinch of salt, and then 1 egg. That's the basic recipe you're gonna use. So in a food processor, you add your butter and your flour with a little bit of salt, resembling breadcrumbs. Blitz that together. Add in your egg. Form a bowl onto a flour surface. Do not knead it. Just bring it together. Make a nice little shape ball, not too thick, not too flat. Fold it in some cling film, then rest it in the fridge for an hour. Okay, I will send it to you. But whilst I'm here, please send a message to my Instagram, because when I'm finished with the comments here don't stay here, so they disappear when I reshare it. So just drop me a message in my inbox, and then I will send the recipe over to you. See, recipes are all in my head, so I don't really worry about them. When you've done something so many times, it's like it becomes natural to just have it in your head, and then you're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. Looks like we'll have one small bread today, or one very tiny turnover. It's my fault. I didn't do enough coconut, did I? So, have this here. Ah, beautiful. We're from the same place. Where in St. Lucia are you from? I'm from the beautiful town of Soufrière, the best place in St. Lucia. I'm a Sulphur City boy. You know? Best place on earth. Soufrière, St. Lucia. No lie, no competition. You know? Lovely to meet you. My name is Kajafi, known as Jermaine, my middle name, which is easier to remember. I'm a Dolo from Soufrière. Be here, boy. Be here, boy. Nice to meet you, Rosie. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're in London. That's beautiful. We should hopefully the Boris will open up the place and I'll be able to do some pop-ups this year. Then we could come along and eat some lovely Caribbean food with European flair plating. You know? It's how we roll. It's how we do. 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 California, yes. Don't forget to send down the message, yeah? Rosie, send a message into my inbox. So I'll just send it straight over to you when I'm done here. Don't forget. Because someone else asked me a recipe last time I was live. Well, a few weeks back I was doing something. Then when I went back to the live, it was just a new posting with none of the comments in there. So I'm just gonna let you send me a message, then I could surely send it over to you. One more time. One more time. One more time. This one is gonna be a tiny one. Oh, for fuck. I forgot the thing. God. So this is the last one for the day. This is the last one. This is the last one. Oh, happy day. Well, this is the last one. It got way less than the others, which normally happens. But it's not a problem. That will be mine. Well, I don't eat flour, so I need to make a gluten-free recipe out of this one, to be honest. For myself. I need to try it. So we have this here. Do this out. Do this out. We come over. In. Keep your fingers there, keep it down. Press this a bit down. Some more down here. Then we just roll it over. Just roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. So beautiful. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna brush off the excess flour. I'm gonna grab some coconut milk and we're gonna brush it with some coconut milk and then get some sugar in there. Put some coconut milk in there. So everything is coconut milk. We have no dairy, so all vegan. So vegan yeast, vegan everything. You can find the vegan yeast on, how you call it? Amazon. Amazon got the vegan yeast on there. So if you're looking for vegan yeast, check Amazon and they will have that there. So you brush this with some lovely coconut milk. Get a nice coat of hair. I'm just gonna get some sugar. I just do it this way because I get it straight in the oven. After I just put it straight in the oven. Okay, let's put some sugar in there. So there we have it. So now I'm just gonna cover this with a cloth. I'm gonna leave it somewhere warm so it could rise, and then we're gonna bake it in the oven for 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes at 190 degrees. So it's quick and fast. Just make sure you got a thick enough bottom so it doesn't burn. If your bottom is too thin, the bottom of your turnover will color quicker than the top because the heat is penetrating straight through the bottom. So you need a good baking tray is very, very important, or you'll have crispy black bottom and the top will be golden brown. Just bear that in mind. So guys, thank you very much. So this is what we have. I think my thing is a bit dirty. Yeah, so this is what we have here. The recipe is in the storyline. So it's in Lucian style coconut turnovers.
It's all vegan. Vegan yeast, vegan ghee for the butter, coconut milk for the cream, for the milk. So to brush it, you use coconut milk as well and top with sugar. Simple, basic. The recipe is all in one. Everything into the mixer, mix it, let it proof. Weighed out at 100 grams. The filling is weighed out at 80 grams inside. Roll, film, brush, proof, bake. So if you do try the recipe, let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a lovely Saturday, and I'm putting up the end product on the when it's cooked. I'll put it in the storyline. So remember, between 20 and 25 minutes in the oven at 190 degrees. Make sure you got a thick bottom tray. Don't use a thin tray. The bottom, the heat will penetrate, and the bottom, because there's sugar in there, some of the sugar might escape. You'll have a black bitter bottom. So you do not want that. So please bear that in mind, guys. Have a lovely day. You're welcome, Rosie. I shall message you in a bit now. So I'm getting off here, and I shall send this to you now. Bye, guys. Happy Saturday.